Pho Ga is one of my favorite noodle soups, and of course it all starts with the broth. So first thing we're going to do is char some onions and ginger over an open flame and get them good and blackened. And then I'm going to peel the skins off of the ginger, but we're going to leave the nice caramelized bits on the onions. We'll take the peels off the onions, but the rest of it stays the same. And that's going to give us good color and flavor in our broth. And then it helps to smash the ginger a little bit to release more of its flavor, although the ginger can be a little slippery here, as you can see. It's a little more challenging than you might want it to be. Just carefully take care of it, and it'll put more flavor into your broth that way. Next, we got to break down the chicken. We'll take the legs and thighs off. We'll take the wings off. And the reason for this is not only that it's going to help flavor the broth better, but we can take the pieces out as we go. In the backbone, there are these little squidgy bits that I always take out. I think they're kind of gnarly and they don't really help the broth at all. After you do that, we'll just chop that up, separate the legs and thighs, cut the breasts in half, and then this is all going to go into a pot of cold water, and then we'll bring it up to a boil, and then you'll get all of this impurities. We dump off the first water and rinse off the bones. Then after I've rinsed off the bones, I'll put it back in a pot, and in this case I'm putting it back in a pot with some chicken stock that I already had to reinforce the flavors. And then we add the aromatics, some clove and coriander, some rock sugar, a little bit of salt, and then a big bunch of cilantro, those onions and the ginger that we charred up before. And then we're going to simmer this for about 30 minutes, and after that I'm going to pull the breast meat out, which should be just about really just done, and we're going to let that cool. And we'll take the bones off of the breast meat and the skin off the breast meat once it's cool. About 15 or 20 minutes later, we'll take out the legs and thighs, and we'll let that cool. And once it's cooled down a little bit, again, we'll take the bones and the skin off, save the meat for the soup. And then we're going to return all of the skin and bones and stuff that we weren't going to put, weren't going to eat, put that back in the pot, and let this simmer for about another hour, hour and a half. Add a little bit of fish sauce, strain it through some cheesecloth, and you're going to end up with a really nice, clean, clear, flavorful broth. It's going to be a little dark from the char on the onions and on the ginger, which is good for flavor. But the broth, as you can see, is pretty clear, considering we didn't try to clarify it or anything. Set yourself up with the traditional herb garnishes and some Hoisin and Sriracha and stuff, and you are in business. I've attached the recipe below. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching.